what is a good way to phrase that? So if someone wants to have not a mission statement, but some type of statement for this is the type of person I want to be.
I think it's I'm the type of person who blank, for example. So
Blank.
like
Mm-hmm.
I'm the type of person who doesn't miss workouts, or I'm the
Mm-hmm.
type of person who shows up on time, or I'm the
Mm-hmm.
type of person who finishes what they start. Whatever aspect of your identity that you're trying to reinforce, that's kind of the story. You can also
Mm-hmm.
phrase it as a question. So for example, rather than saying I'm the type of person who doesn't miss workouts, you could have this question that's related to the identity you want to build, and you kind of carry it around with you all day. And like in this example, maybe the question is, what would a healthy person do? And so you're
Mm-hmm.
just kind of walking around all day asking yourself, what should I get for lunch? Well, what would a healthy person do? Or should I take an Uber, or should I walk to the next meeting? Well, what would a healthy person do? And you just kind of like go around your day and try to make decisions that you feel like support that identity. But I think you start with who is the type of person I wish to become. So let's say I'm the type of person who doesn't miss workouts. And then the second step is prove it to yourself with small wins. So which small actions, what little habits cast votes for being the kind of person who doesn't miss workouts? Well, maybe one thing is rather than doing a 45-minute workout when I only have 10 minutes, I reduce the scope but stick to the schedule and I do a couple sprints, or I do, 5 sets of push-ups or whatever it is.
Mm-hmm.
And so you find ways to reinforce your desired identity, even if it's small, especially in the beginning, because if you can show up consistently, if you kind of master the art of showing up and performing these small habits, you build up this sense of momentum. You kind of start to reinforce and shape that new identity. And the more evidence that you have for it, at some point you kind of cross this invisible threshold where you're like, oh, I guess I am that kind of person. Like if you go out and shoot a basketball for 5 minutes, you don't think, oh, I'm a basketball player. But if you do it every day for 6 months or a year or 2 years, like at some point you cross this invisible line and you're like, I guess playing basketball is kind of part of who I am.
Yeah.
So I think you're trying to accumulate actions that support your desired identity.